Sit down on my face. Hello and welcome to Larps and Tarps. This week we're doing pre-larp for E4, which is happy because we're going to E4, but sad because it is the last Empire event of the year. Aww. Anyway, I'm joined by Alex.
Hello.
Tom.
Quack.
And Chloe.
Hello. I also want to say a little special hello to my mum, who is currently in hospital recovering. So, hi, Mum.
Hi,
Get
Chloe's
well
mum.
soon.
Get well soon.
Yeah, I've made it. I'm now famous.
Woo! Hey, Mum.
Hi, Mum.
What a treat.
Pre-larp.
Pre-larp.
Yeah, so what have we got planned for E4, the final event of the year? Should we start with Tom? You look to be budding with ideas.
Mostly business and letter writing, of course, as usual. I haven't read a single Winds of War yet. Actually, no, I read one about the Grendel invasion where one of my jackdaws actually found the plans to the invasion, so we saved lives. Hooray!
Hooray.
We were responsible and gave it to one of the generals, General John. So everyone wins and we're big damn heroes.
Except for the Grendel. The Grendel
Except
don't
for
win.
the Grendel, yes. I think it was Asavean mercenaries that were sailing into the harbour to try and fuck up the marchers, but got fucked up in return.
Oh.
Yeah,
I like the
what a
word.
treat.
I like the word Asavean. It's very.
Asavean.
It's a nice sounding word.
It's a good word.
Yeah.
Sounds like ass. Asavean.
So speaking of the Grendel, do we have any idea who we might be fighting, or is it too early for that still?
To be fair, none of us have probably read the Winds of War to know who's even on the table to fight.
That's true.
I
Where's
know.
Morgan?
Quick, dial Morgan. I'm assuming probably Druge at some point.
I hope so, because I've still got my old Navarre kit, and it's very easy for me to monster the Druge.
I wonder if it's just going to be Jotun line fighting again.
Oh, please
Oh,
no.
God, I hope not.
Just to see the year out as a fun treat for everyone. Stand in a line.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Plot twist, throw everyone off the Thule. The Thule are back.
That'd be
The
awesome.
peace
it.
treaty is coming to an end, so next year we could be
Stuck up on your
facing
blue.
again every barbarian nation, and potentially the Valorn if you guys decide to press that big red plot button.
I bloody hope so.
The Thule, are they the ones with the war rhino?
They are... Well, I think the War Rhino might have been damaged in the storage of longest dark or so here.
Yeah,
I don't know if
okay.
they had the War Rhino, but I believe they had the War Rhinos. They are the ones that focus on magic, so things will get fucked with mass holes and such if we
yeah.
go to war. And apparently, talking to Andy Rath, they've been building bases or fortresses along the coastline of the Empire. And they might have like an ability which acts as like a nuke just on areas, so... We don't want to
my
fuck
God.
with the fuel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I assume probably Druge.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah. Nice, tasty little Druge fight.
Probably Grendel as well, just because Grendel.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they actually just fooled us and said one day they set the Empire against the Empire without telling anyone?
A civil war.
That would be
That'd be
interesting.
insane.
Maybe that's how they'll close out.
Yeah.
How could they do that?
Yeah, because you'd have to have your non-coms separated
Yeah, and
if it was taking place in Anvil.
like I don't think it could ever happen because no LARPer can keep their mouth shut for longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But could you imagine that if they actually pulled that off as a surprise? You go out and the other half of the Empire is just facing you.
Oh my God, could you imagine? Oh, coming out of your tent in Navarre and the forest is just dead bodies.
Oh,
Because like Wintermark and the League have come in
Have
the
already
night
come
and
through,
taken
yeah.
everyone out. Oh my God.
that sounds crazy. I want that to happen as a Halloween
Like,
Empire.
Empire
setup.
the
Empire
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Oh my God, that'd be incredible.
Like it's a one shot, doesn't matter. It's non-canon, but like there's a disease or something sweeping around that makes you more bloodthirsty and it spreads. And then,
You could do that as a player event, like an unsanctioned player event.
like a 26-day later kind of thing.
I thought you were going to say a 26-day LARP.
28 days later, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't do horror.
It is.
No, I've not seen it either, but...
Great movie.
I shaved 2 days off because we've all got weapons and the zombies don't.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Anyway, how about you, Kerry? What you got planned?
So I mentioned in one, like from last event that I'd had some interactions with a herald for Lashnar, but we hadn't been able to go and get the token because we've been fighting. So Morgan advised me on the episode to email PD, which I did after the episode, and I did get a response actually. Ooh. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But they've emailed me back saying that this has happened with a few people and they're going to be doing something and it will be taking place early on Friday. So I should probably keep an eye on the Winds of Fortune because I'm pretty sure that'll probably give me a good clue as to what it's going to be.
Considering that was the issue last time.
Yeah. No, that wasn't the issue last time. The issue was we'd asked somebody who wasn't fighting to go and collect the tokens.
But wasn't it in the wind to say if you couldn't make it, then to...
Oh, yes, you are right. It was partially that.
Well, actually...
Sorry, I'd like to find out in play.
In the room?
Morgan is a surprise guest.
Sorry, I like to find out in play, and I wasn't told that in play. So, but yeah, so that's hopefully something is going to happen with that on Friday night. I have taken Restore Limb because I found that when I was doing my battle maging last summit, heal was good, but I found a lot of people coming over with either broken weapons or, impaled or cleaved limbs, and I was just there like, sorry, I don't do that. So that should help. But yeah, I don't think there's hugely much more. I need to write some in-character mail to someone in Varushka because I'm joining their mercenary group. And I'm going to be meeting up with them and getting to know their friends and stuff. So hopefully I can immerse myself more in the Varushkan culture this summer.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm curious, since this is like the first year... Is this the first year you guys have played 4 games in a row, or was that last year?
No, we did 4 events last year, yeah.
Well, what did you spend your experience on this time, or did you keep it banked up? Because we should have got an experience point from last time since it's our 4th game.
I've saved mine.
Yeah, I'm banking mine and saving it for another hero point.
For more cleaves?
For more cleaves. And I've also made some investments into other stuff that's going to give me extra cleaves. So Yana is making me a special sword.
Nice.
I believe, and Oily is practicing to make me a Oaken Heart shield, I think it's called, which will give me fortune endurance.
Better get saving your pennies then. That's
exactly.
Pricey.
I think it's going to be probably about 6 to 8 thrones that I'm going to be shilling out for the both of those. So I have to make sure that I get enough mead to sell.
Chloe, you're being rationed on snacks.
That won't happen.
No,
absolutely not.
No 4 thrones
Talk
worth
a
of
big
jerky.
game, but can't actually reel her in.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be very much try and make as much money as possible.
Yeah.
But other than that, no real plans. Obviously, it's the last one for the year, so I want to not have a full agenda.
Yeah, it's
and
nice
just
to like enjoy your event. Yeah.
Take it
3 kettles
easy.
of ale?
Couple kettles of ale. Sit around the camp and just chill with everyone. I think the only thing that I've got planned is at time or just after time in at some point, a friend of ours is getting their oath sworn in or sworn into their oath for Navarre because they're pretty new to Navarre, pretty new to Empire in general, I believe. And they essentially asked like, what do I need to do to get like into Navarre properly? So we're going to be swearing their oath, which is pretty cool. But the downside is I don't know anything about oaths or how to give someone an oath or how it works.
I'm sure Bungle's new character will be able to educate you.
Yeah, I'll probably chat to Bung. I'll chat to Jack as well. Gwyn, R.I.P., friend of the podcast, and see what he says. Just so I know kind of like what are the right words to say.
Are you in, mate?
So
or are you in?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could turn into a Cockney, yeah. I just anything that just, like steers me away from accidentally coming out with the Lord's Prayer.
I think usually with magic, or what I've found when I've asked people sort of like, how do I go about it? What do I say? There's a lot of like, oh, it's up to interpretation. Like there's, I mean, I'm not going to say there's no wrong answers, because obviously if you do come out with the Lord's Prayer, that's going to be quite out of character. But in general, it's very tailored to your character and to the person that you're doing the oath for, I guess. So,
exactly.
It's not like there's like too much structure that you have to be worried about fitting into, as long as it's not really out of character.
Yeah, 100%. And the other thing that I'm a bit like about is obviously it comes with a tattoo. So I'm going to have to tattoo this person. So we've got some tattoo pens on the way. The name's Aiden. But Aiden said the design can be like whatever. You can even draw a big knob on me if you want.
About a big yellow rubber duck to represent the fallen.
Oh my God. So yeah, I might send over a couple designs, because there's things that I think would look cool as a tattoo, and then I mean, he's like, fuck, I've got this on my face for the foreseeable future, you know?
Yeah.
Is it definitely going to be on his face? Does it have to be on your face?
Could you do a tramp stamp?
No, I don't think it has to be.
It doesn't have to.
It just usually is.
Because Navarre are very proud of being Navarre.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
A tramp stamp? Absolutely.
With just Otis's notices on, or like your many not failed business adventures. You're actually quite successful. Your many business adventures.
Oh, just a hot dog. A hot dog with some meat
snag.
being poured on it. Ooh. Succulent snag.
A picture of you just eating it.
Oh, God, could you imagine being behind him in battle and he just leans over and the succulent snag tramp stamp pokes out? Jesus.
That's advertising, my friend.
That's my oath. But yeah, other than that, absolutely nothing planned. Take it easy, chill. Maybe get a chance to see you guys. I imagine I'll be nice. at Hens quite
will
often.
Be returning. So 5 ring pints. We may be trying to open a food hall if we can get some people wanting to serve food there. Ragga, who's played by James, has a lot of business ventures. So hopefully the bar is going to bring in some money to the Jackdaws camp finally.
Yeah.
Which would be nice. And just seeing our camp on the map plan, it's nuts how big it's fucking got.
Honestly, how far you've come is so crazy.
I know. I remember back in my day when it was one tent in the edge of the league.
Yeah.
And didn't even have an awning.
Oh, I remember back to, I think it was like your first event before the Long Dark, before any of us went. And I think you remember you saying you weren't sure what to do there and you ended up bodyguarding or something and didn't know anyone. So from that to like having a massive space and a pub and a small army is nuts.
Back at E4 2019, my first LARP before I ever met you guys and anything like that, my first ever job at LARP was a paper boy, selling papers, and I got to keep the rings from it as profit.
Was that from James?
No, that was from someone else. I think it was the Oath Right. The Printers Press, I think, was printing a paper.
Oh, yeah.
Printers Guild. And I went and sold the papers, and they said, you sell the papers, you keep the money. So from a few rings to a 14-tent camp is quite an achievement, I like to think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a hell of a progress.
What about you, Chloe? Have you got a hit list set up or any big military plans?
Always have a hit list. Always have military plans.
Sorry, listeners. Chloe's distracted by Podcast Cat.
Podcast Cat.
Oh, look at that good scratch.
Should we have a little Podcast Cat theme tune?
If you wish.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got, military councils, captain's councils, blah, 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 blah.
People should now drink if Nietzsche's ever in a meeting or Neve's ever at military council or Alex ever has a kettle of ale or Radka honks.
Honk.
All the enthusiasm.
Or gets up to any silly mischief.
Yeah, so I've got that. Obviously, we've got Aiden's thing. I've got a few other little scattered plans over the weekend, but I do have something rather largish that I am planning on Saturday at about 4:30, or maybe 4. I have to double check. I can't remember. But I've got a bit of a shindig for quite a few members in Navarre. And it's just to celebrate the year that we've had as being a Navari, everything that we've achieved and all the shit that's about to go down. It may be the last time we can all really stand in a room. So
It's a great idea. You put a lot of effort into planning it as well.
yeah, I've hired a space, and yeah, it's only for an hour. It's only a short little thing. If people want to discuss business, they can, but there's someone that's going to be playing some music. I've got some bottles of the spectacular Embercast cider on pre-order for it. A couple of people are going to say some words and some speeches. It's just an hour for everyone to take time out and just have a bit of chill out that's not stressful, and just go and breathe for a minute.
I did like you telling Morgan about your plan. It's like, yeah, if you're walking by, wave, but don't come in. You're not invited. Just come and embrace my fantasticness and all the things I've built.
I'm like, be proud of me. Look at what I'm doing. I'm doing good, but also don't come because it's for Navarre.
Notice me, Morgan Senpai. Praise my achievements.
But,
To be fair, with how bad the league infestation is getting within Navarre, I wouldn't be surprised if there's just like a couple in the corner having a
I don't
wine.
actually think I visited your camp that much last time. I visited before time in to come and have my morning hello.
Maybe it just felt like you did because your posters were always there.
Yeah.
So there was the presence of Nietzsche
it's
without
like
you
Big
actually
Brother
being
always
there.
watching, but there's just that silly little jackdaw just beady eyeing at you.
Poster for every tree. To be fair, I can't be bothered putting a poster on every tree, but if I could,
You would.
oh, definitely.
We need the kindling.
Chaos.
So other than this awesome meeting that you've got planned, what else? What else is on the cards?
There possibly might be a skirmish that we're meant to be going on. Not 100% sure, but we haven't actually been on a single skirmish this entire season. So that's pretty wild.
Skirmish is a little treat. Just first thing, go to the Sentinel Gate and don't budge until that.
No, apparently it's been organised for Ocelot and Embercast.
Ooh, nice.
Because of all the stuff that's been going on. Apparently it's been promised to us, but no one's mentioned anything to us, as far as I know. So
Okay, so maybe finding out who's in charge of that and getting to speak to them pretty early on.
yeah, I'm not 100% what's happening with it. So there's the myth of a skirmish, maybe. I don't know. But either way, whatever. We've gone all
It'd
year.
be cool if you could,
Yeah, we've gone all year without
Yeah.
one, so just...
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys.
I think if we don't get on and we get bounced again, then that will be the final nail in the
yeah,
coffin.
I
of
think the
we're
idea-
never skirmishing.
I think the idea will be to find out if you're definitely going on it and hoping they can actually give you a solid confirmed answer before you get all your armor and stuff on.
Well, I
And,
think we did last time, to be honest.
I
think we had
know, but hopefully this time. I mean, if they're doing that because it's happened before,
Yeah.
then hopefully they can be a bit more
Yeah, fingers crossed.
firm
Otis
about
has
it.
to get out of his chair for no reason. There'll be hell.
If he
I
has to
was
leave
just
the
about to have a snag.
if he has to leave that kettle of ale. Yeah, no, I've got a fairly, actually quite tame-ish event planned. Oh, I do have my paydoc. Paydoc?
Paydoc.
What's
I
it
have-
done?
Have we just coined
Oh.
a phrase?
Payback on
I
Murdoch.
have my payback for Murdoch. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to say. I have my payback for Murdoch.
I'm assuming you're not going to announce that on the Pre Larp episode, though.
Oh, no, I'm not going to say
Or the
what it is,
specifics,
but I'm just
yeah.
saying, watch your back, Murdoch.
Watch your back. It's planned.
I'm coming for you. So I have that, which is kind of cool.
Love a little bit of mischief.
We have some stabby meals pre-booked.
Oh, we
Yeah.
can pre-book those.
Yeah.
They might all be gone because they put the booking form
That's
out about
fine.
5-6
To be
days ago.
fair, hopefully they just have the veggie sausage rolls that they had last time.
Oh, they should do.
They had a few little extra bits going spare and they were delicious.
Should do.
Also, Yana is making a snack.
Oh.
Now, she hasn't said, I don't know if she's
selling
advertised
things,
it
though.
or selling it or anything. So I'm not going to say what it is now, but I will be saying probably on the E1 episode what they are because, oh
E4
my
part
God.
1.
So we're all excited for
E4
the
part 1, yeah.
for the Empire food. I hope they have the orc fried rice again, personally. That's good stuff.
I'm
We'll just
excited to
do-
try it.
Instead
Yeah.
of just talking about the event, instead of a wrap up, we'll just do food reviews for the entire
I
thing.
think we absolutely should do a food review.
We could do a food review episode.
We should get copies of the
Ooh.
Fat Crow and stuff
Yeah.
while we're there this
Yeah.
time.
Come and bring us free food so we can review it.
Yeah, we will
And
review
drinks.
your food. Bring it to Hen's Theatre or the Dread Shields,
Yeah.
and then we'll sample it and we will review you.
Delicious.
And drinks. Very preferably alcoholic.
Do you think you'll be battling again this time then, Kerry?
I think so. Well, healing. As I say, I'm basically joining a mercenary group, though I think they fight with the Varushka block anyway, so I'm not sure what sort of distinguishes them as a mercenary, but I don't think it's like in the League when you rent your services out. But you know what? I guess I'll find that out in play as well. But yeah, I now can heal and restore limb and paralyze, so I will be taking those skills to the field and hopefully not having to resort to using the paralyze. But definitely, I think restore limb and heal are going to come in handy.
Nice.
I need to actually buy a stopwatch this time. I keep saying this before every Empire in my head. I'm going to buy a stopwatch so I can keep an eye on my bleed count.
What's your bleed
and
count up to now?
So, 6 base, and I usually get Tenacity of Jotra, so that shall be 9.
9 minutes.
Wild.
But I think I've said this before, but if you've been behind the enemy line for 2.5 minutes, what good is that extra...
I don't know.
I'm bad at math. 7.5 minutes gonna...
The other day, yeah.
Tom's just stubborn.
It would take a real hero to rock up on the 8-minute mark, covered in blood, like, I found you!
Could you imagine, though, if that happened, and that's what the story's about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, maybe
To be
one
fair,
day.
sometimes the line can move back for objectives. I remember the League went down quite early, and it wasn't necessarily 9 minutes. But those who had a bit of extra fortitude, I think half the national block went down behind the line, and because of mass repel, they went back in and got them all out. So I think it's worthwhile having.
You could have a saint come up and roll you back over the line.
Roll him.
Yeah, you never know.
Surely your bleed count, like, I mean, I guess it can climb up and up and up, but at a certain point, the Sentinel gates only open for so long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But the goal is to have enough fortitude that you can go down within the first 30 seconds of entering the field and
Yeah.
still not die.
Yeah,
guys,
just leave me near the Sentinel gate
Someone
and
will
then just
walk
drag
past
me through.
Someone
at
will
the
walk past at some point and just
Yeah.
go on then.
If you get it to like 6 hours long, you could come back on an evening skirmish.
end. Yeah. Imagine the skirmish is on the same place as the battlefield. But would you have to lie there the whole time counting?
I guess when the gates closed, you could be like, all right, I'm out of character now, I'll go get a kebab.
yeah,
And then
Yeah, I
go
was gonna
back
say,
and lay
you
on the
wouldn't-
grass.
You wouldn't be able to go on the field as your character. Like,
Yeah, true.
So,
yeah.
I mean, you could go around as like a layperson, I suppose, if you just
I
wear
think-
like base kit.
I think the rest would probably be like,
You're
the
dead,
gates,
mate.
the gates closed. They're not going to be returning back here, no matter how long
Yeah,
your
I
bleed
think
count
it's probably
is.
very unlikely
know.
that a skirmish comes
Could
back
you imagine
to the
if
same
your
place.
bleed count was that long, you became an objective to save the next time?
that would
main
be
character.
The
awesome.
enemy,
energy.
you're like, you've been captured. The enemy healed you because you were bleeding that long. They're holding you as a hostage. The Empire has to get you back.
Thing is, to bleed that long, you'd either have to have a very small wound or a fuck ton of blood.
It's a paper cut.
You need to have like 50
Me-
pints of blood in your system.
Nietzsche's blood is like PVA glue.
Oh,
It just slowly.
just oozes out. Oh, God.
It's all those years of
Is
thick
that-
alcohol.
That's why you have no bones. You're actually just a slime character.
You're made
Yeah.
out of gloop.
You know those little like stress ball toys?
Yeah.
It's got like
Yeah.
that little like
Have you never
mush.
tried squeezing him and his bald head just goes whoop?
like those little like pop things.
Yeah.
Okay, vote in for the Nietzsche lore, listeners. Is Nietzsche just a pile of rats in a skin suit, or is he a blob
Oh, God.
inside human form?
Mythbusters are coming to E4 to squeeze Nietzsche, so we can know for sure.
I swear, to God, if the Mythbusters come anywhere near me, I will fucking cry.
Tears of
love
joy.
Tears of joy, yeah.
Oh yeah, I love them.
Do I need to dress up as the head Mythbuster for your birthday sometime?
If you dress up as Jamie Heineman, I will hate and love it because you will ruin the image of Jamie Heineman in my eyes, but also seeing you as Jamie Heineman would be fantastic. So
It's the bald head and goatee.
It could go either way.
you just need a fat walrus mustache, a white shirt, and a beret. Sorted.
Halloween sorted.
I could be the dummy. What's the dummy called?
Buster.
Buster.
Crassus.
Oh, that's a clever Mythbusters.
yeah.
That's
And,
clever.
and they bust him up. Yeah.
Anyway,
Our biggest tangent.
yeah.
Anyway. Guess what show I'm obsessed with recently?
Yeah. But yeah, sliming on back to LARP. What is that? Is that everybody's plans? Is there anything else?
I think we might have some business ventures, of course.
Oh no, business.
Business. As always, on the grind to find a new contract as well. We'll see how it goes for Hurst Hall, but
I was going to say, aren't you contracted to?
we are. But then we need to find something else for next season. We're only contracted for 1 season. Merc Banner lasts for 4 seasons, so as not to waste the resources that went into it. 'Cause clocks are ticking. We either need to impress Hurst Hall enough that will hire us again next for E1,
If you want
or
to fight with them
find
again.
someone to
Yeah.
hire us for E1. There may be some people potentially interested. Usually, it's just people with a bit of extra cash who want to be really flashy, which.
You could just be like, Reapers.
Friend,
Now that it's Radic, you could be like, Radic.
radical buddy, old pal. R.I.P. Sicaro. I have a couple of points also I actually have points to bring up at the Merchant Prince's meeting, which would be interesting.
Oh.
Not my own. I just said I'd deliver them for one of my jackdaws who's going to a meeting on my behalf because I can't be at 2 meetings at once.
Oh, I remembered. I need to write another puppet show at probably 5 o'clock Friday afternoon, right before time in again, like I did last time.
That sounds stress-free.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens when you try and coordinate social calendars with adults outside of Empire. We just don't have the same time off, so we're just going to do it on fields.
Yeah, no, fair enough, yeah.
But yeah, should work out fine. To be fair, it was easier than I thought it would be last time. You know, you think you need alcohol to get these silly little ideas flowing, but you know what? Actually, apparently, I am just silly.
Silly is good.
Silly is good. Silly's fun.
Hopefully, we won't spoil it what it is, but the jackdaws may be pioneering a new advertising technique at E4, providing it all goes to plan. If not, it'll be E1.
Bigger posters?
Potentially.
Are you
mobile
gonna,
posters.
I was going to say, you do that thing where someone wears like big boards.
Oh my
Do you know
God.
what image was just in my head? I really, really hope it does not happen. But have you seen that? I don't know if it's an episode of SpongeBob or if it's from the SpongeBob movie, but there's a point where Patrick goes flying through the air with a flag in between his butt cheeks. It's just sticking
He's
up.
going to rocket Nietzsche over the field.
Do you know what I mean? Do you
Every
know-
15 minutes, he just goes from
Is
one
that a
side to
fever
the
dream?
other.
If I
No,
imagine
Patrick
that.
actually does that in the SpongeBob movie.
Yeah,
I think
is
it's
that
when-
the end where he's doing the song.
No,
when
it
he
was
thinks
at the beginning of
when
the
he thinks
SpongeBob
SpongeBob's got his
movie.
promotion, I think,
Oh,
isn't
I
it?
see.
Yeah, and then he flies into the stand and
Yeah.
it all comes down.
It's not a fever dream.
Yeah.
A real flying jackdaw.
But like the little peaches with the little flag just sticking out, flapping. Yeah. Can you just imagine running around? Please don't.
You got me tempted. Can I get a
Why would-
catapult
why
built
would-
in time?
Why would you suggest it to him if you didn't want him to do it? He's
That's all
gonna
I-
do it. You
that's
put
all I
the
can think
idea
of.
in his
You-
head.
You should
You've doomed
see
us
the
all.
big shit-eating grin I have on my face now, listeners. Well, and on that beautiful note, shall we leave it?
Yeah, before Tom starts building a trebuchet. So
Be
yeah,
quackers.
He's got one in his garden already.
quackers. But yeah, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and you may very well be listening to this on your way down to Empire. So we'll see you there on the field. We're super duper hyped.
Hype,
Very
hype, hype.
excited.
Yeah.
Also, E4, please come, but also don't come because
Yeah,
don't want
please
you to
come,
end.
but then never end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, we'll be back after E4 with our coverage of what happened. So be sure to check that out. But thanks again for listening. As usual, you can find us on all socials. Feel free to give us a 5-star review. Morgan is obliged to read it out. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can find us on Patreon. You can find our discount codes in the description, which gives you £15 off your first ticket, and it gives us £15 off, which is very helpful. What a lovely little treat. But yeah, thanks for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everyone.
Sit down on my face, 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 face.